My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury Homes, and welcome to Telaro. This is the hottest 55-plus community in this area. We're going to be everywhere today. We're going to look at some of the models. They've got 4 single-family models that we're going to look at. There are 2 in particular that I really like. You got to check those out. We're going to end here. This is the state-of-the-art clubhouse that they just built. It literally just opened. It's the biggest clubhouse for a community this size. We're going to end here. We're going to go over the numbers. We're going to talk about what it's like, what it means to be part of tradition. This is a tradition community. So stick around for one of the hottest communities in all of Port St. Lucie, South Florida, 55 plus, Telaro. Here at Telaro, they have a total of 6 models they show on site. 2 of which they're pretty much sold out. I'll just highlight those a little bit later. Those are the townhouses. But we are going to start here with the Haven, which is approximately a little bit over 2,100 square feet. It's a 2.5 bedroom, 2.5 bath. I've seen it as a 3, so there is some flexibility on that. So let's go check out the Haven here at Telaro in Port St. Lucie, Florida. See, here we have it's a 2,134 square feet under air. I see an inventory sheet. One of the ways that this builder works is through spec homes and inventory. I'll get a little bit more into that now. The aggressive, extremely aggressive incentives today with when you buy their quick delivery homes between now and the next couple of months. Reach out to us if you want to know how to get a good deal on that. That's one of the things that we do here at Living in Palm Beach. We can let you know how much you can negotiate, what the incentives are, and all that. But like I said, 2,134 square feet under air. On this spec sheet, I'll give you a couple ideas of why I mean that. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 6 spec homes of this model. And some of the more aggressive ones are, they started at 522, and it goes down to 492 on this sheet. I have a way that I can get you more than a discount on that. Again, reach out. We can give you some guidance on that. But let's go take a look at the rest of this house, the Haven here in Telaro. One of the features I like about the way this model shows is now they're using it as a sitting room. This would be an ideal office, in my opinion, as well. Big windows here. Now this rooms can be called anything. Office, flex room, den. But this is for the size of this house, for a 2,100 square foot home, this is a large den or flex room. So this is one of the secondary rooms. I have a lot of people that look at the secondary room and can be critical of it, and I don't blame you. This one is not huge. It's big enough for a 2,100 square foot house. It's about the right size in my book. Here you have a bathroom off that room. So basically this is almost like your own little suite. If you wanted to, you can close this off, and that can be a suite for what you call our multi-generational crowd. That's pretty good. Two-car garage. They're still using the old-fashioned water heaters like I have. Some of the new construction communities have gone to tankless water tanks. Tankless water. That's a good feature. Have a small powder room here, which is good for when you're entertaining. But anyways, this is the Haven. Outside, I got to mention this. Well, let me look at the kitchen real quick. I got to show you this. I feel the kitchen shows well. It has a pretty nice pantry, size-wise, that is. It's only wire. You can certainly do a lot more and make it more efficient. It's got the glass on the doors. If you're a messy person, do not get that option. Outside, you can build. I wanted to say you can build pools here. So let's go look out. Let's look outside. Let's see how that looks for us. So this is truly paradise here. You can do to-be-built homes here, and you could do the spec homes. Your better deal is going to be with the spec homes. I'd love to help guide you on what you can get away with from a negotiation standpoint. But the pools, you can build it with your homes. There are some lots that you cannot do it. If you opt for like a third car garage or a golf cart garage in some of these, it will push the home back, and it will put less room in the backyard, will not allow you to build a pool. So you need some guidance on what to do if you're a person insisting on a pool. But I think this shows very well. Your lots on the water in general are going to be more money too. This looks brilliant. I'm going to switch this one more time so you can have a look. Paradise here in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So before I head over to the next single family home, I wanted to show you these. This is the Eden and this is the Felicity. You might have seen the Felicity in one of my past videos, recent videos. It is a same model that they use over at Newfield. You guys know we love the community of Newfield in Palm City, a little bit further south of here. But they've actually do not have these homes open, these models open, because here at Telaro, they've sold out of all the twin homes here. And the only thing, not that they had a lot, they only had about 80, I'm told. But they're sold out of these, so they don't. So if you're coming here, you're really focusing on the single family homes. So to give you an idea, this community's been around for a little bit. Total of 442 homes. They've sold 302. So they're getting close to three-quarters of the way through all that. It's got, they compare this community. It's sort of like Riverland is probably their biggest competitor. If you're looking for 55 plus, where this is a 55 plus community, if you're looking for a 55 plus community in the Port St. Lucie area, Riverland is 11,000 homes. Yeah, let me go through some of the others. Del Webb is 1,000. You have Esplanade is one of the others. That's like 700 homes. This one outside of Riverland, which is a monstrous 55 plus communities, this has the biggest amenities. Like something like, what is it? 20,000 square feet under air. It's down that way, their clubhouse. They just opened it. And like I said in the intro, we are going to go check that out. So you got to stick around because that's one of the highlights of living here in Telaro. Over here at Telaro, there is their sales center. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you're absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. What that means is we need to be there with you when you walk in there on your very first visit. That's the only way they'll allow us to help you on your journey. We are independent of the builder. We are unbiased from them. If there's another community that we think is a better fit for you, we will tell you. They're obviously not. If there are resales in the area that are maybe a better value, they're not going to tell you. We can help you with those. We will. We will be there from from start to finish, from introduction through closing. We'll help you with the drywall, with the options appointment, any of that good stuff. The cost to you using us for independent representation is zero out of your pocket. It's the builder who pays us. They're happy to do so. You can ask them. There's no discount for not using us, so you might as well use them. Here, living in Palm Beach, Florida, we'd love to help you in your journey when you're exploring South Florida real estate. So now we're going to kick it up a notch. We're going to go into the Clarion. Clarion is advertised as a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, two-car garage. It's 2,351 square feet under air. It's a little bit bigger. As you can tell, and I'll turn this around so you can see a little better. It has that modern look. Now, when I walked in that home, I could tell it's different. I mean, it's even though it's only a couple hundred square feet, it is bigger than the last one we were in. So instead of explaining it more, let you and I check it out together. So how does that feel for you? Do you sense it like I do, that it's bigger? I like the flooring on this one. I mean, it's not the flooring you're going to get in all the Clarions, but just to give you an idea, they have a bunch of Clarions that are deliverable in a month and 2 months out, and the ones that are like the most immediate, the pricing's really aggressive. 570 is where they started on one of them. That one happens to be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And they're now calling it 532. I think I know you can get a little bit lower. If you just reach out to me, I can help you with that, with guidance on that. They have some builders, they go according to the calendar, this one included. And so they have next month or two, they have some significant incentives, and that's what they're doing. Clarion, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of them on my spec sheet. And to give you an idea, there are only 5 homes that are to be built currently released. This builder is focused more on the spec homes, but you can do to be built. It's good to have the opportunity to do both. So let's go check out the rest of the Clarion. Even bigger pantry here. I think this kitchen shows well. This is what they call a waterfall. Let me get down on this. A waterfall countertop. The island is nice and long. I mean, they're showing four chairs here, but literally you can get away with more. Nice wide. I think you might call that a farm sink. Nice cooktop. Look at this. To me, it looks quite elegant. Now let's go check out some of the other bedrooms and stuff. 19 years ago now, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So if you're thinking about moving to this area and you have questions and you want to get answers from people who have actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally 2 of the best ways is in the description and the comment section, there's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is set some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. Before I go there, I want to show you that. That is nice. I like to have that. It's a nice functional area. The way they have it here too is it has a sink. Doesn't work, but it has a sink. They're giving you the idea that you can do something like this. The outside again looks really nice. Let's take a peek real quick out there. One of the things we get a lot of people asking about is the orientation of the kitchen to the outside. A lot of people like to sit at the kitchen and look out to the pool. Now let's go check out the master. So one of the things they have here, which is nice, they have the master closets off the bathroom. You can hear my echo in here, right? Which I think is nice. But not just that, they have two of them here. They have one, they have what they call the water closet, which is where the toilet is. And they have a second one here. This one actually goes around a little bit too. Look at this. So these are pretty generous master closets. So I think in general, I give this like a thumbs up when it comes to the way the master suite shows here in the Clarion. So adjacent to the master, you have it's not a cabana bath, because if it was a cabana bath, you would have a door out that way, but it is close to the door, and it's good so that if you have people out in the pool, you don't want them trekking through the whole house with water. It's a good feature to have. So here we are. When you come into from the house to the right, let me give you an idea. So here's my back from the door to the right, which is a little bit weird to have this like this, but they have a little area that you can maybe use like a mud type of area. The garage is there. Nice 2-car garage. And then you have your washer dryer, your laundry room is here. On the other side of when you first walk in the home here is it's sort of like in the other house, it's like a little like not master suite, but a little ensuite. So if you want to guess it's a good place to put them, let me show you what I mean. So it's not exactly an ensuite, but it's about as close as you can get without being an ensuite. I love this backyard. Another feature that we see at a lot of homes here in Florida, they have the ceiling fan in the loggia, which is what they call this, a loggia or a patio. Loggia is often termed that down here in Florida. Another great backyard. I mean, this is paradise. Look at this. Look at this yard. Overlooks the lake again. You have a generous piece of property, or generous yard back after the pool. Yeah, those are called calusias. I don't know, you northerners are not going to be familiar with those, but this is what people have been using in recent years to hedge your backyard. So there's your next door neighbor. Those calusias would if it went straight across, you won't even know that they're there, your neighbors. So it's a great hedging tool that we use here in Florida. So as I wander to the other side of the pool, I mentioned that there's about 5 currently. Now they'll release more down the line. It's not the last they'll ever do, but currently there's 5 to be built homes, and the lots are different. I want to talk about the lots a little bit right now. So while I'm sitting here walking on this brilliant piece of property, I like this property because you have the pool there and a lot of yard space. So if you have like a dog and you want to give them, some room to run, this is ideal. So if this backs up to a lake, when you have a pool, you are obligated to get a fence. That's by law. It's not the Telaro law. It's not Mattamy law. It's Florida law that you need to fence it in. Generally speaking, what a lot of people do, a lot of communities do, is they require you to get when you do a fence, is to get this kind of fence, which is aluminum fence, and a see-through fence. You can't just put any fence. There's an HOA here, a homeowners association, like all these other homeowners associations. They have certain standards, and that standard is you got to use that kind of fence. But I want to point out that there's a clubhouse right there. We're going to go there later. That's one of the highlights of this community. In terms of the to-be builts, the 5 to-be builts, if there's the range of the pricing on the lot are $7,500 up to like $140,000. So there's a big difference in pricing, and a lot of it depends on if you are on a lake or not. That's going to be a main factor in whether on the cost, if you want to do to build. On the quick delivery homes, on the spec quick delivery homes, They're priced according to what the home is situated on. So in any event, that's sort of how that works. Want to talk to you a little bit about the lots, and that's my lowdown when it comes to buying a home and how it works here with buying a home in Telaro. I love this home. This one is my favorite. I love the entrance. This is the Aurora, and check out this. So welcome to the Aurora here at Telaro. They show this as a two-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2,609 square feet under air. It's got an entrance that I love. There's a lot of unique features to this house. I'll take you inside. Even the pool in the backyard is unique. Look at the way this entrance is. It's a funky entrance. I like when you have unique qualities. It's a big thumbs up in my book here. Ray Fernandez, living in Palm Beach, Florida. What did you think of that entrance? Now let's go check out the rest of this place. This is my favorite place so far. So this is one, I love these features. I'm opening, these are not really pocket doors per se, but they open this room up. Let me see if I can do it all the way. It takes a little bit of muscle to do this. Let's see here, go this end. So I've seen this feature with other builders as well. But look, when you finally open this up, this looks like it extends outside in. It makes it seamless. And let me start with the pool this time, because this pool is outstanding. You want to see what a paradise backyard looks like? Check this out. What I tell you. So I'm going to leave these open for a little bit. One of the great things in the wintertime, if you screen that off in there, this loggia, you just leave these windows open, let the breeze come through. It's beautiful. Our winters here in Florida are outstanding. And today sort of feels like it. So we're like at the end of the season. We started like at 50, go up to 70. That's a perfect day. It starts out on the cool side, humidity's low. So some of the features I like about this house is this area here. This is a nice dining area off the kitchen. Let me take it from the kitchen first. Let me turn it around, then I'll talk to you more about what I'm thinking here. You see, this is a straight shot. So you have your dining area here. Now we're going to walk into this oversized countertop. It's not just long, it's extremely wide. So you get a really big kitchen countertop, nice hooded oven or stovetop, double oven action going here. Then it feeds right in. This is sort of like a butler's pantry area. The pantry's back here. Look at the size of this monster. I love this. This is a good, nice sized pantry. You can get lost in this darn thing. I wish I had a pantry this big. Your garage is through here. So you can make this a little bit of a mud area if you want. Your laundry is through here. I mean, I'm excited about the layout of this house. So continuing from the kitchen. So again, the kitchen, and if instead of making that turn, you go this way, and you can make this a dining area. So I think that's great. It goes straight shot into the kitchen. It's a little bit small, to be fair. It's slightly small for a dining room, but it can be used. And it goes right outside. That was that feature when I showed you the outside. It goes right outside your entrance. So this is a unique house. One of the things I love houses that are unique, such as this one here in Telaro. Talk about unique. Check this out. So this one is this is like the entrance is right there. And you have a doorway out there. This could be used as an office. They have a wet bar here. So it's not technically a bedroom because there's no closet in here, but it's bigger than a bedroom. This is, again, one of the things I like are unique homes. This one has it. On the other side, you have after that front room, here's a secondary bedroom. This is actually a decent sized secondary bedroom. I like this. It feeds into your closet, your full bath. You can literally close this off and you have your own suite. And that's a very multi-generational factor that they have going here. So anyways, let's take a look at how big this house is. So as I said before, it's 2,609 square feet under air. I see it here with 2 bedrooms. I see it here with 2.5 bedrooms. I see it here with 3 bedrooms. So there's a lot of flexibility if you're looking to buy a house here in Telaro, the Aurora model. So far of the single family homes that we've seen, my favorite, as I mentioned, is the Aurora. This one is pretty close, if not tied with it. It's their biggest. It's the Lotus. In a second, we're going to go in there. But as I mentioned, some of the stuff we have coming up, if you like this community, you got to know about the numbers. We're going to review the numbers a little bit later. I'll review some of the stuff here that you definitely want to know. This is in Tradition. Tradition is a section of Port St. Lucie there's a lot of Mattamy communities in Tradition. Mattamy builds other communities. Like if you're looking at all age communities, they have them here. They have Cadence, which is like sort of an entry level type of for them. Mattamy, it's their most affordable houses come in Cadence. They have Kenley. They have Seville, which of the all ages is at the top of the line. And then they have here Telaro, which is their 55 plus. They have something called a TIM. And I never knew what that meant until today. TIM stands for Tradition in Motion. So you could take your golf cart here and take it into Tradition Village, which is about Tradition Square, which is about 10 minutes by golf cart. But also there's a TIM that there is a schedule. It's like a bus. It's like a shuttle bus. And you have an app for it. And you can say, hey, I'm in Telaro. I want to go to Tradition Square. And they'll come pick you up at the TIM station at the beginning of the community. It's one of the benefits to living here in Telaro. There is a Telaro fee, HOA fee. I'll talk more about that later. And of course, there's a community fee. But for everything that this community gives you, there's a lot of value. It's a 55 plus community, which means that they do a lot of the amenities are pretty elaborate, and they do take care of your lawn. So I know a lot of people, especially if you're snowbirds, which we get a fair amount of those from time to time, and recently we've had a lot of them. You don't want to be worried about if they're cutting your lawn or not. We don't have to worry. Here at Telaro, they take care of your landscaping, and also regarding the being part of Tradition, that fee that they have also pays for it pays for internet. There's more. I'll elaborate a little bit more on the numbers later, but it takes care of more to be part of Tradition. There's just a lot when it comes to being part of that community within Port St. Lucie, Florida. So without further ado, let's go check out the Lotus, the biggest home here at Telaro in Port St. Lucie. Before I go further, I wanted to point this out. That's a golf cart garage. So as I mentioned, you have to be careful. You're putting a pool in here that you can navigate the lots that can have that and a pool. But I think it's nice. You basically have 2 car and a third car. It's a little bit on the smaller side, these golf cart garages normally. So if you have a big, huge SUV, might not fit in there. Like if you have a Cybertruck, might not fit in there. But that's something you want to explore before you buy the house. The other thing is I love the entrance to the doorway. So again, let's go check out the Lotus. this is a bigger home. I'm sure you can tell from it. Did you check out that entrance? You have the two like little moats on the side as you walk into the door. I love that feature. If you're going to do that, take care of it because you got to put chemicals in that. And, I have a fountain in front of my house. You have to take care of the water on those things. Bigger kitchen. First off, bigger kitchen. You have, this is, I don't know whether you love it or hate it. People, you love it or hate it. The espresso color countertops. I'm probably better if I can show you this way. The countertops that way. Again, it's got a big island. Let me show this around. I'll show you just the kitchen here real quick. So we have a really big counter. They have a real butler's pantry here, meaning that they have off the kitchen. They have this, which I like, and then that there's your garage. So why they do this is because if you're bringing groceries in, this is the best way. You come through the door here. You can either put some stuff in the cabinets here, or you have a big walk-in pantry again. So this is super nice. Kitchen shows well. It goes down to this dining area. So this is good. So you can probably fit about 4, maybe even 5. They've got the waterfall countertops going here. What's bad about a waterfall countertop is it makes the ends of the island a little bit less functional to add another person there, but you can still do it. So you have this, and this is the other thing they have going here. They have another room that you can use as an office. It's not a bedroom, and in fact, it's like a sitting room, like a second family room almost. They have a TV in here. They have guitars. They're making a little bit of a music room. Here, it also leads outside. You have like the sliders here and the sliders there. No pool in this one, but this is their biggest model and one of the more popular models here in Telaro. Big master bedroom. I like that. I'm sure you appreciate that. Coming over this way, a gigantic shower. Look at the size of this thing. Yeah, look at this. And on the other side of the shower, you have your tub here. Another model where you have the closets. So these are a little bit smaller closets than the other one, where you have the closets off not this one. This one's gigantic. Closets off the master. This one is like a long closet. So this is obviously hers closet, but I think this master suite shows really well. The other thing I wanted to point out is the family room is pretty big here. It's longer, right? I got to tell you this too. So they have like 2 collections here. When it comes to single family homes, they have 2 collections. They have called the Tranquil and the Oasis. So the Tranquil, they are 50-foot wide lots. So from the width of the house, the lot is 50 foot. The homes are going to be about 10 feet more narrow than the bigger one, which I'll get to in a second. So when we talk about Tranquil, we went into the Haven and the Clarion. Those are considered Tranquil, 50-foot wide. Then you have the Oasis, which is the Aurora and the Lotus, the last 2 we were in. They're on the 60-foot wide lot. So these are wider homes. And obviously when you're looking at houses with either to be built or whether it's quick delivery, going to be a little bit more money for the wider houses, the wider homes in the Oasis collection. Ever wonder what a builder puts in a golf cart garage? Not a golf cart. So this is the golf cart garage. It's a little bit, as I mentioned, it's a little bit smaller. But I have had people in other communities that have utilized this room. They've actually closed off that window, or they've covered it in a manner to block it out, and that they've made this into like a hobby room, or you can make it into like a studio or anything, art studio, anything like that. Here's another one of the bedrooms, a bigger secondary bedroom here. Then it's sort of like they does that Jack and Jill thing here. Bathroom in between. And this is that first bedroom I showed you. So definitely the biggest home here that we've seen in Telaro in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So starting in terms of size of the homes, the twin homes, which, we do resale. Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we do resales as well as these new construction things. We are a new home co-broker with EXP Luxury Homes, but we also do resales too. So if you like the villas start at about 1,700 square feet under air. They're like, I showed you the two that they don't always open because they don't show it new. But listen, one of the reasons why you use a company like ours is they're only going to show you what they have for sale. We can help you with everything. If there's something available better on the market from a price perspective in the secondary market, we can help you. They're not even going to talk about it. So that's one of the benefits we're working with us at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. But again, 1,708 is the square foot on the small side. The largest is this one, the 2,838 square feet in the Lotus. In terms of prices, you can get in here in this community under 500 on a single family home. Less if you're looking at a twin home. The highest price ever recorded yet so far is just north of 800,000. So anything and everything in between, so to speak. So that's what you can expect if you're looking at and considering home in Telaro in Port St. Lucie, Florida. This place is insane. They just opened this clubhouse literally like a couple of months ago. It shows really well. I'm in here for the first time in this clubhouse. They have everything upstairs. They have a poker room. They have a wine room. They have you name it, they have it. But this is definitely the highlight. This is all 20,000 square feet of pure luxury. They do events in there. I'll take you in there in a minute. They do events in there overlooking this pool. They have these state-of-the-art bocce. You guys from New York know about this. Bocce courts right there, right off the water, and overlooks this brilliant lake. So listen, this is why you buy in Telaro, is for this. If you look at the 55 plus community here, communities in Port St. Lucie, this is like the second biggest, most elaborate port amenities. Riverland has more, but there's 11,000 homes here. This is a lot less. So if it's not that big monstrosity, this is, and that's a bad word to use, but this is really nice for the size of this community. This is top notch. Here is the part of the center of Telaro where they do events. I think this area shows nice. They have a bar area here, which is not open all the time, but they use it for events where you see the televisions there. This is a wine room out this way, and over here you have like a little come as you go, like a kitchen for coffee and whatnot. And out there is the amazing pool they have here at Telaro. Here's where they have their grand halls. Beautiful view overlooking the pool. Right next door, they have this state-of-the-art commercial kitchen. Down this way is their art studio. As I walk around the pool here, I want to give you as I mentioned the numbers. If you're interested in this community, the numbers are important. So to live in Tradition, they have a $205 HOA. That's the HOA I was telling you about with Tradition. But that includes also your cable and your internet. And in addition to that transport system. So, and there's a lot within the village of Tradition. So I think that's an awesome value. I mean, I don't know how much you guys pay for your cable and your internet, but for $200 to get all that extra stuff, I think is really good value. All in to live here in Telaro, your HOA, if you add up the Tradition HOA and the Telaro HOA, it's a total of $531. Again, the value I think is there. It includes this brilliant clubhouse, which is amazing. They have all kinds of classes and events here. It also includes landscaping. So you don't have to worry about landscaping your backyard. That is done for you. Obviously, the common areas, all this brilliant landscaping is also included with that. They do have a security here. They have your security in your house, your security in your at the gate. It is a sort of a virtual gate or a gate, but at night they actually do have a manned gate. So once the community turns over, that's how these HOAs work. Once the community turns over, you as residents have the ability to vote and to do a little bit more. Obviously, if you do like 24-hour man gate all throughout the day, that's going to cost you a little bit more money. So they'll need to raise your HOA fee. But that's you. If that's what you guys as residents here in Telaro will eventually have to come to a vote at some point in the not too near future. So continuing on the numbers, do they have a CDD here? Yes, they do. While they do have a CDD, it's actually very reasonable. It's lower than a lot of the ones I've come across. The CDD is a total of $803 per year. It's part of your taxes, so it's not part of your HOA. It'll come to you in your tax bill once a year. If you're financing, you can work it as a part of your escrow. If you're cash, you'll pay it when the tax bill comes every single year. But for what you get here in this community, I think that's very good. The reason why they have CDDs is because when this community was first built out, the builder took out a bond to pay for all this elaborate infrastructure, and they're passing it back on to the homeowners. And that's why any of these communities have CDDs. Some of them, they buy out the community, some builders, some are not, some are higher. There's one down in Palm Beach County where the CDD goes up to over $5,000. If you want some guidance on CDD and what and why you have it and which communities have what, reach out to Living in Palm Beach, Florida. So continuing at the numbers, if you decide to buy here in Telaro, you to go to contract, you put down 10%. That's how it works. You can put down more. As a matter of fact, if you put down 20%, you will get a bike. They encourage bikes here. They will give you literally an electric bike if you put down 20% free with buying the home. No cost with buying the home. It's not free. You just bought $1 million house. Not $1 million, but you just bought a house. Also, I want to mention that they have trails that go from this community into the village. One is for walking. One is for golf carts and electric bikes. So that this is a very golf cart friendly community. It's a very electric bike friendly community. And if you want to walk around and then just walk from here to the village, the golf cart, it's a 10, I mentioned earlier, a 10-minute ride. This is a great community for that. A lot of activities, lifestyle director, and all inside, just a ton of stuff to do for somewhat of a smaller community. One thing I also want to mention, when you, as part of your HOA, in a lot of these communities, they have an elaborate cooking kitchen in there. If you want to take a cooking class where you actually do it in a kitchen, they have that here. They also have other classes like that. They have a studio and stuff where they do, yoga, Zumba, all that kind of stuff. The classes here, with the exception of the kitchen, the food one, because you have to pay for your materials, they're all included as part of your HOA. Normally in other communities, that kind of stuff, there's a fee. Not here at Telaro. That stuff is included here at Telaro in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Well, in addition to the numbers, one of the things they have significant, I mentioned there's a lot of great incentives here right now, but they have interest rate buy downs here, which will make your monthly payment even better. There's also something that program that they have, they partner with a mortgage firm where they can do bridge loans. So if you have a home for sale in another place, and that's what's keeping you from moving here, they have a solution. I can help you navigate that whole thing. One of the things we do at Living in Palm Beach, we help a lot of people moving from one place to the other. We can help you with that transition here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. Palm Beach, Telaro, Port St. Lucie, paradise here in South Florida.